Okay, you chopper pilots, this is a short video on how to do a transition up or hands-off takeoff. I've had some trouble doing this, so finally got it sorted out pretty good, and thought this might help someone if they're having problems with it. Sitting here on the runway in South Bend, Wisconsin, and first of all we need some commands mapped. We need cyclic hover mode mapped, takeoff go around or toga mapped, and heading sync mapped to your joystick or some device, just so you can get to them easy. This makes this possible. So I guess let's get started. I'm going to pull this up and select menu, page, cursor down to hover, just move that over there, and I'm going to move this so hopefully you can see it. We need to set the altitude, so we're going to set that at 300. I think you can set it whatever you want, but 300 is certainly adequate. Then I'm going to cursor over here to decision height, set that at 150.
Decision height.
And then click the button right underneath to turn it on. So that's set. Great. Make this a little smaller. Pull this one up so we can see that. Okay, so those are ready to go. Now, all we got to do is pick it up to a hover, stabilize. Once we got it stabilized, 5, 10 feet, whatever, punch in the heading mode. We want to keep this, we want to keep straight. Whatever heading you want, wherever you want to turn it, that's fine, but you got to punch in the heading mode. Otherwise, it's going to be all over the place. I'm going to be using force trim, and once I get stabilized, punch in heading mode. Then I'm going to slowly climb up to 15 feet. Once I reach 15 feet, I'm going to click on my map button for cyclic hover mode. Immediately after that, I'm going to hit the toga button I've got mapped. Then it's going to climb slowly up to 150 feet. And once we reach 150, it's going to slowly pitch over and increase the airspeed to 70 knots. And that's basically it. Hopefully it'll be hands off. Good, so let's get her going. Okay. Force trim is on. I'm going to bring her up to hover. That's not too bad. I'm going to drift a little bit. I'm going to click the heading right now. Get my feet off the pedals and everything. Slowly climb up to 15 feet. I guess we're going back a little bit. That's not too good. Here's 15. Punched in hover mode. Now I punched in toga. Now we should be just climbing up nice and slow. Sometimes you get an over torque. It looks like we're gonna make it alright. This is kind of slick. Might be a situation you might want to use some. Okay, we're getting close to 150. It should be, yep, we're pitching over. And we should get some airspeed indication.
Over torque.
There's a little
Over torque.
It seems to go away once we get, just for a second. Okay, airspeed's alive. We're slowly picking up speed. And get to altitude here in a few seconds, I'm going to spool up the airspeed to probably 90 knots for the transition out of this. There we're at altitude, airspeed. I'm going to go ahead and go to my indicated airspeed on the auto panel and go up to 90 knots. There's 90 knots. Now we don't need this panel anymore. We're on our way. So click menu, page, and I'm going to go to map mode. Get rid of that. I'm going to crank my altitude up to 1,500 feet. Go over to Alt-A on the autopilot panel. Now we're on our way up to 1,500 feet. Still at 90 knots. Seems to be holding heading fine. I want to make a turn to the south. There's 180. Punch that heading button. And that's basically it. So, again, it's sequence. Get her to a hover, stabilize, you're using force trim, punch on heading, and then slowly climb to 15 feet. Once you get to 15 feet, click the cyclic hover mode, and right after that, toga mode, and away you go. So, hope that helps. Oh, gear. I never take the gear. I guess I can turn the gear off.